We can't see what you're doing.
It's stuck that way. Thank you. Give me my beer. I want them dead.
Well,
this is legitimate rage. I'm not playing this up. I don't like bullies. I want to smash this bottle over Diamond Tiara's head right now. Put a cigar out in her eye, tie her down, and saw her head off from the back.
To make fun of...
I don't even know if it's a disability. She just hasn't grown her wings in yet. But to make fun of her for that anyway is just brutal, disgusting, and fuck those two. See you next Tuesday.
Sit down.
Sorry. I'm pretty mad right now. I don't like bullies. I want them dead. I want them dead. Dead.
You done?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the good parts.
Yes. First of all, Scootaloo is definitely my favorite of the three.
Diamond Tiara who?
Don't even say the name, please.
DT who?
Thank you. Detoxing from a big meanie fit.
Friend of Silver Spoon, who's that?
Silver Spoon. You know, Silver Spoon, you were mentioning this. I feel kind of bad for her.
She seems like she's literally... Diamond Tiara is her only friend, and she's stuck along for the ride just because
she's her bitch.
She's literally just along for the ride because they're the only two rich fillies in the entire
You know what
school.
I feel like would have been good in this episode?
Huh.
If maybe for some reason Silver Spoon thought she was going too far and said something about it. Develop her a little bit instead of making her the sidekick.
I have a feeling that something like that's going to happen at some point.
I do too.
I have a very good feeling that something... Actually, I think it might have been in the animatics. I'm not 100% sure. But... yeah, I have a very good feeling at some point Silver Spoon's going to say something. Like, note how she said, well, what are we going to do to try and discourage him? We already called him blanks.
Yeah, really.
And then Diamond Tiara winds up doing the major scheming.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash gained some points for me in this episode, too, because of her speech to Scootaloo.
Mm-hmm. That I'm me, and you're you.
Even though we know she wants to be Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, but still.
She's Rainbow Dash in her own way.
Actually, we didn't talk about this during Dare and Don't. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
The moral that Rainbow Dash actually learned in the episode. To appreciate the way that you are, the ways you yourself are awesome.
Yeah. Scootaloo's awesome because she has a scooter.
Scootaloo is awesome because, yeah, just in general, she's Scootaloo. She's my favorite of the Crusaders.
Yeah. Now, if Sweetie Belle was a robot, she'd be my favorite. But let's get beyond that.
No, she is actually my second favorite of the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Actually,
Apple Bloom just annoys me a bit. Like, I don't hate her, but she annoys me.
Actually, I can't really decide if I like Sweetie Belle or Apple Bloom better because have you noticed a certain little trait with those two is that they're particularly relationships with sisters?
Yeah. Scootaloo's got
One
Rainbow
thing that
Dash.
I wish that they would actually do is more Big Mac because let's face it, it is a show intentionally made for little girls.
I disagree.
I disagree as well. It's a family show.
Point being, I see where you're going. I wish they have...
girls have brothers too, guys.
Yeah, I'd really like to see an Apple Bloom and Big Mac episode. It kills two birds with one stone. Shows us how Apple Bloom is with Big Mac and shows us a little more of Big Mac.
Yeah, because we see, even just through the quick small talk of... Oh, and... in this one particular episode coming up as well in Season 4, it's called Philly Vanilli.
Oh, God.
You caught a reference, Essen.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
Milli Vanilli? Musician, not important.
Well, you could already guess what it would be pertaining to in some ways.
Music?
Mm-hmm. And an a cappella band, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, and in that episode, you'll notice later, and you'll laugh your ass off. You'll probably forget I even mentioned this by then, because it's quite a ways ahead, I think. But, just even in the quick small talk of yep, nope, nope, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Applejack and Big Mac can exchange literally a whole conversation with her asking questions, asking yes or no questions, and him just answering that way.
Yep.
Yep, nope, nope, yep.
I love the scene.
That actually would be a very interesting idea for an Apple Bloom and Big Mac episode, is literally just Apple Bloom following Big Mac for the day.
Like, yeah, what if, like, she has to work on the farm?
And she just kind of is trying to talk to Big Mac and eventually trying to get actual conversation out of him.
And finally she
And
does in the
after a
end.
while, he just says, "I'm sorry, Apple Bloom, I'm just not much of a talker.
I just ain't much of a talker.
I'm just not much of a talker.
I
I'm
reckon
a
I'm more
thinker.
of a
I like
worker.
staying in my own world."
I reckon I'm much more of a thinker.
I reckon I'm much more of a thinker.
I stay in my own world, and that's where I like to be.
I like giving yes or no questions. Most people who talk to me tend to figure that out and can have whole conversations with me just based on my facial expression and just a yes or a no.
And body language. Body language is important.
We're writing dialogue for a fake episode
Hire us.
that we wish would come up.
Hire us. Whoever's making the show right now, hire us. We'd be a valued member to the team.
I mean, that would be a great lesson to learn too.
Yeah, some people just aren't talkers.
There's introverts in the world. There's people who really do kind of like living in their own head. They like their own company. They can deal with their own thoughts on a day-to-day basis. As a matter of fact, they thrive on being able to think.
Yeah. They should do that. Are you listening, people who make this show? Hire us. We're geniuses. IR smart.
Like, that would be a very interesting idea to just, especially with the target audience here as well. Mm-hmm. It's a family show, and heck, that would be a lesson that even adults could learn.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, you got
Actually,
a kid who
Baby
doesn't talk
Cakes is a lesson adults could learn.
Yeah. What?
Baby Cakes.
What was that?
The Cake Twins.
Oh, right. Yes.
That's a lesson adults could learn.
Yeah. Sorry. But back to this episode.
Heck, that's more a lesson for adults.
Exactly.
Having babies may be fun, but they're a lot of responsibility.
Exactly. But as much as I hate to dip myself back into the muck of this episode, I gotta go back and say...
Unpleasantness. All around unpleasantness. I do not want to talk about it. You probably have everything to say about it. I've been exhausted on it.
The main thing I want to do is put a cigar out in Diamond Tiara's eye. I feel like someone should talk to her father about this. This was beyond bullying.
Yeah, why isn't Filthy Rich ever told about any of
I'd like
this?
to go to his house and say, "Do you know your daughter's a little see you next Tuesday?" Then I'd probably get bucked and then I'd have to come back and explain myself. Okay, do you realize that your daughter is picking on somebody who can't fly, who is basically disabled, and for no reason at all?
She has been specifically tormenting these 3 ponies in particular, all based on the fact that they do not have their cutie marks yet.
Do you know what I call this, where I come from? We call it bullying, and it's a problem. Do something about it. And that's when I walk away.
Mm-hmm. Like, they have the concept of bullies, clearly.
I think what they should do with all bullies is just beat them. With a belt.
Hey,
Filled with nails.
Peace, love, tolerance, diplomacy.
Ugh.
That is the way of Equestria.
I've had a lot of experience with bullies, and those are the only people I can't tolerate or love. You know, I'm no kind of person. I'm a very accepting person.
That's where diplomacy comes in.
I wouldn't even bother. Well, see, I have another lesson that I bring from Clockwork Angels.
Well, think of it. Diplomacy always needs a mediator.
It's true. Well, let me bring you a lesson again from Clockwork Angels. In the immortal words of Rush, thank your stars you're not that way, turn your back and walk away. That's all. Pretend they don't exist and just be glad you're not like those disgusting, filthy animals. And that's what I did. Turn your back and walk away. Oh, what's the next line? Don't even bother asking why. Turn around and say goodbye. Don't bother to try and figure them out. Just walk away. Be done with it. And they can't walk away because these 2 are following them. So what they need to do is drop a tree on there. Sorry, I'm yelling again.
Yes. Please keep it down.
I'm trying, but this is a hot button issue for me.
I know. Trust me, I have kind of disjointed memories because of like some post-traumatic stress from my growing up.
Well, neither of us went into school with a gun or a knife, so we can say we won.
Yeah, didn't go crazy.
Well,
For the most part.
I went crazy for a different reason.
Okay, crazy is a horrible term.
It's not.
No, for what we're saying, yes, it is.
Well,
because
I know what you mean,
crazy
then.
means that it affects our lives.
Can I quote Hunter S. Thompson here? Crazy is a term of art, and insane is a term of law. We didn't go insane, but we are crazy, and crazy is a good thing. It's an artistic thing. So let's keep those words separate. Crazy is good, insane is bad. That's what I have to say. Thank you, Hunter S. Thompson. Again, you are one of my heroes.
Yeah.
And
hopefully we shall have something, what is it, his death anniversary or his birthday?
Of his death. February 20th.
Hopefully we'll have a very, very late memorial for you.
I think a 10th anniversary is a good time to do it.
Yeah, that's actually a...
You know, this year is also the 10th anniversary of the death of Dimebag Darrell.
Who?
Pantera, the one who got shot.
Who?
Okay, there was a great guitarist who got shot on stage by Nathan Gale.
Who?
Nathan Gale, you don't need to know who he is. Pantera, the band that saved heavy metal from becoming a bunch of glam rock losers. Okay, let's just say he was a guitarist and he's a hero to many people in the rock community.
Okay.
He was shot for no reason at all on stage, and this year will be the 10th anniversary of his death.
Yeah, music buff I am not.
I am. That's December 20th, I believe, or December 17th is the 10-year anniversary of his death. There's a lot of 10 years coming up.
Ask me about board games, random obscure manga and anime, and Magic the Gathering, and I'm spot on. Along with other random-ass crap like this.
Well, let's steer the car back to the episode.
Yes.
This episode, though it did have moments I enjoyed, was a really unpleasant one for me. This was just, I had to watch it just because I had to... This episode had been built up a lot by you, actually, as a really, really unpleasant episode.
Was I playing it up, or...
No, it was worse.
It was worse than I played it up.
It was worse. Because really, I've always disliked Diamond Tiara, but it's always just been like she's just kind of a jerk.
She lost any form of redemption. Silver Spoon, again, I could see something if she stands up to Tiara.
I would like to see Scootaloo stand up to them after this.
I would like to see all three of them stand up finally.
There's 3 of them and 2 of them. They're rich. They're not strong. I'm going to quiet down. Beat them up.
But think of it like this. The entire apple farm practically runs on filthy rich.
That's true.
Income from the rich family is what runs.
I mean, I don't feel like if it actually came to it...
The Apple Acres.
I feel like if it actually came to it and her father knew what she was doing and that happened, I feel like he would still give them his business. Because I feel like he would understand what was happening there and he would understand that they deserved it.
Sure, I mean, he did put...
He knows his daughter's not perfect.
He didn't put Diamond Tiara in a bunny suit and make her hop over watering cans.
Yeah. He knows his daughter's not perfect.
That's actually a big thing, is why doesn't... Of all people that would be able to actually go up to the rich family...
Granny Smith.
Granny Smith.
Let's see her do it.
Big Mac's not enough of a talker, and he's too imposing of a figure for it.
I feel like all Big Mac would have to do is walk up to him and just make an angry face. This is about my daughter, isn't it? Yep. I have to do something, don't I? Yep.
Ain't on.
Excuse me?
Yeah, as I said, Big Mac, too imposing of a figure, might not run over too well for reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And good God, Applejack, she would be,
She wouldn't be an imposing figure, but she'd do more than Mac. She would do
worse damage than Big Mac.
I feel like she would do what they thought Mac would do.
Yes. And Granny Smith, she is the businesswoman of the family. She is the one that made all the traditions. She is the one that founded the farms.
The crazy traditions.
And also set up the business trade between the rich family and the Apples.
Mm-hmm. I really think Granny Smith should have a talk with Filthy Rich.
There are so many strong ties with Granny Smith and the rich family that they have to talk.
I feel like even her and Filthy Rich, you might even say they're longtime friends.
Uh-huh.
So but they don't tell the adults, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's that why does nobody tell the adults?
I have to wonder, does Dash know about all that?
Like, did they ever tell Cheerly?
Really? Exactly. I feel like Cheerly's rage would come out if that happened.
Oh, God, yes.
You were bullying.
No, not even just you were bullying. They did what?
I will.
Gulu, it will be okay. I'm going to talk to them.
And by talk to them, she means kill them. I wish.
Peace, love, tolerance, diplomacy, and forgiveness.
None of that for a bully. Not in my eyes.
And apparently people who create fear magic.
Mm-hmm.
And spread chaos across the world.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how to say that in Discord.
I don't know, Discord. Yeah.
Well, they did eventually burn him back to reform after the spell initially broke.
Forgiveness.
And then he seemed to just like... Note the second time around he seemed a little tamer.
He was still... See, that's what I loved about it. He was still himself.
As intimidating.
That's what I loved about it, though. He was himself, but he was still himself, but he wasn't a bad guy.
But he was sitting there intimidating, just sitting in his world where everything's just going nuts around him. Physics itself is broke. The ground is just nothing but checkerboard. The sky is warped. And he's just sitting there on his throne.
Menacingly.
So, you come to visit.
There's absolutely no turning around for Diamond Tiara, though.
Anyone want to play pin the tail on the donkey?
Luna's reaction, oh my god. Luke had a bigger reaction. And she's still looking when Celestia ignores it.
Yeah, Celestia's just like...
And Luna's like, my god. That was pretty great. But overall, this episode was pretty unpleasant. That's why probably why we're veering off topic more than usual.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to talk about these things, but...
Well, we've only been going for like just over 17 minutes now.
But to me, there's no redemption for Diamond Tiara. There's no peace, there's no love, no diplomacy, no forgiveness.
What do you think of Silver Spoon, though?
I think she can be redeemed. I feel like somebody just needs to talk to her.
Do you think the same thing as some of the fandom?
Yeah. I feel like even if the Cutie Mark Crusaders just talked to her and told her how that makes them feel, she'd probably be like, really? I didn't know. I'm too stupid because I just follow this idiot around. I feel like she can be turned around. I feel like Silver Spoon or Diamond Tiara needs to be dropped in a pit of lava.
Again, they seem like they would... If Diamond Tiara just stopped fucking picking on them, they might actually get along.
I mean, she just seems like...
Silver Spoon, yes.
And I don't have any respect for a follower, but I can tolerate a follower.
At some point, even if Diamond Tiara, at some point, just after losing Silver Spoon as a friend, having to be left alone with nobody to admire her, Silver Spoon was the one who stood up to her.
Did. It's just too mean.
No.
That's what I want. I really can't stand her.
Why 7?
I know. That's why.
The planet has the 7 now.
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying it would happen. I'm just saying I'm really angry with her.
Again, I would have to see a whole redemption arc for Diamond Tiara.
I don't even want that. I just want her gone.
Like, I could see the redeeming factor for Silver Spoon in one episode if she stands up to Diamond Tiara, but yeah, Diamond Tiara would have to go, like, sometime in the background, just...
I just want her gone.
Having to reevaluate her life.
There's no forgiveness for her, to me. Even if she redeemed herself in the show, I would still not like her.
She is still young.
I don't care. You make these mistakes young, that's who you are. I don't believe in forgiveness for bullies. But, yeah, anyway.
We have slightly different views, I guess.
We do. For the most part, we have the same views on this stuff, but I think bullies are the lowest form of life. Lower than single-celled organisms.
Did I tell you about, well, it's kind of a idea floating around that there's multiple elements of harmony outside of the 6.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Cheerily is...
Dr. Wolf came up with the idea of sacrifice and it would be Spike.
I still very much think that's the same as generosity, but
I
we don't
think
need to
one
have
of
that
them,
argument
I think
again.
one of them might be forgiveness.
Who would that be?
Not sure.
Forgiveness does make sense. That would be Celestia. That would be her original element.
What if it's someone who had to be forgiven?
Maybe. Discord? Luna? There's a lot of characters like that. That's tough.
I don't know. It would have to be someone who has to go through that arc now.
Yeah.
And literally, sadly, the only one would be Diamond Tiara.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
With everything she's done to the Cutie Mark Crusaders, you have to picture if an entire arc was given into her actually redeeming herself and pretty much earning forgiveness. She has to earn it, not give it to her in an episode. She has to go through at least a couple.
Look, okay, let's put it this way. If they manage to do it, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I don't believe it's likely.
Yeah, I doubt it's likely either.
I'm not a forgiving person when it comes to bullying.
Not based on that, but just whether or not they'll even have the budget or the ideas to actually do something like this. Or
Hire us.
The ability. Again, it's Hasbro marketing. But hey, we're coming up with toy ideas too. More elements of harmony, more sets to wee!
Hire us.
More thrones for the big castle.
Hire us. I demand that you hire us.
He's a good drawer. He'll do toy designs.
Yes, and I'm also a great writer. That's important too.
Yeah, and I could get concepts. We normally work together in writing.
Put our OCs in.
And that might be a little difficult.
That would be awesome though, wouldn't it?
Would be awesome. But, oh god, just with the backstories we have, I don't think it would be possible.
We would have to change a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Rocky would have to change a lot. All he got was a bucket dumped on his head.
You wouldn't have to change a lot. Me, that would take a while.
I really tried to keep mine with the aesthetic and ideas of the show. Mm-hmm. And tried to keep it with the TVY7.
I would just have to rewind mine to, like, earlier in his backstory.
Though I think they'd want to change
like when he's still learning about dragons.
Yeah. I think they'd have to change my nemesis just a little bit, because she's pretty dark. There's nothing funny angry about her. She is just angry. She is just scary angry. She scared me when I came up with her. I'm not kidding. Really, I want to get her in the show as soon as possible, because I think she's going to scare you a bit, too. She was inspired by the Anarchist. I told you that.
Again, I don't know much about him. I haven't gotten that
You'll
far
learn about him. You'll like him.
No spoilers.
Well, you see where the hand scar came from already.
Yeah, but
back to the episode.
Yeah, but beyond that, no spoilers.
I won't give you any spoilers. I'm not a spoiler. You get more spoilers than I do.
Sure.
But, yeah, this episode was just unpleasant. As much as I enjoyed the parts I did enjoy, just everything that happened, this episode is at my very bottom. I just couldn't enjoy this.
Just because of that one, what about the rest of it?
I enjoyed Rainbow Dash.
Ignore the whole rest of it.
If you take out Diamond Tiara?
If you take out the spark that ignited the flame and just kind of enjoyed the campfire.
Yeah, I would love this episode. If it wasn't for Diamond Tiara and Scootaloo just thought, okay, I can't fly, I'm upset about this, then I would probably have enjoyed this episode. That would have been different because, yeah, it had to be pointed out eventually that she can't fly. And if she realized it herself,
do you really think it would have to be pointed out?
No. And if she realized...
Actually, I could see why, because even if you would actually progress after a while, you're going to assume that the characters are getting older. They're keeping the same voice actresses, and yeah, they're going through puberty. They're going from...
Squeaky Bell.
Yeah, they're going from squeaks to actually sound like...
Adults.
Not adults, because...
Older kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like grade schoolers.
If Scootaloo had just seen Dash flying and thought, why can't I fly? I might have enjoyed this episode. But because of that one bit just spoiled the whole apple bunch for me.
Yeah, but honestly, she never gave a thought... Scootaloo never gave a thought to it until...
Yes, exactly. Why does... Oh! The veins in my head are pounding because of her. I hated her before. And now, like, I despise her. That was just wrong. It wasn't even bad. It was wrong.
Yeah.
It was just wrong.
Yeah, she made fun.
Tadpole Hitler.
Huh?
That's a joke from Derek. Continue.
I haven't seen much of that show.
You gotta watch it. You love it. It would remind you of the place you work, probably.
Randy Gervais, right?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Like,
why did I think Randy Savage for a second?
you know what? We could review that next.
No, it's Randy Savage.
Randy Savage is a wrestler. Macho Man
Why the
Randy
hell-
Savage?
Oh.
Oh, yeah!
The guy that died on the one day that was presumed to be the Rapture about, what? I'd say 5 years ago?
Think Roid Rage. Yeah!
You mean bulk biceps?
Roid Rage. His name is Roid Rage. As far as I'm concerned, even if they say his name in the show, he will always be Roid Rage.
Hey, he does have another fan nickname.
Snowflake.
Yes.
Which is a good one, don't get me wrong, but Roid
I think that's
Rage.
better than Roid Rage, honestly, because Roid Rage doesn't fit the show.
It doesn't, but...
And Snowflake is just, come on, it's an ironic name. He's a giant guy with a freaking dumbbell as his...
What if he taught Scootaloo to fly? His wings are disproportional. They could develop him more.
Yeah, how the heck was he in,
Wonderbolt Academy?
Yeah!
Exactly! Maybe it's his technique! Maybe Scootaloo just needs a new technique! You hear me, Scootaloo? Talk to Roid Rage. Or Bulk Biceps, as you might know him. Or Snowflake? What's his name in the show?
Bulk biceps.
Talk to Bulk Biceps, Scootaloo. He'll help you. Look at the guy. He flies decently well for someone who has that problem.
Small veins, large muscles.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, writers. Right there. Have Roid Rage teach her how to fly.
Well, gee, that was actually his name as like a joke for a while, and Tiny Wings.
That's the one I choose to keep. But think about it. First, you gotta get mad. Say it with me, Scootaloo. Yeah! Now imagine Scootaloo doing the yeah. Yeah!
Still recovering from that cold. I can't do the...
Can you imagine Scootaloo going, yeah!
I can't see her doing it that loud.
I can imagine her trying and failing. That would be funny. Yeah! You can do better than that! Yeah! Oh, good enough. That's probably how it went. Oh, good enough. Now we get on to flying. Isn't that what I came here to learn in the first place? Yeah!
Okay,
That's the attitude!
We're taking this too far.
Yeah. But seriously though, I do think he should be the one to teach her how to fly because he has the exact same problem.
The small wings.
He's too big for his wings.
Yeah, well, his body itself is disproportionate.
And that's what I'm saying. He's disproportionate to the size of his wings. He could teach her how to fly.
Yeah, that would be an interesting idea.
It would.
And actually, trying to think here. No, we didn't get to that part. Shoot. Can't talk about it without spoilers.
No!
Yeah, it would have been a good idea to come up with. But actually, now that I think of it, yeah, Rainbow Dash knows every Pegasi in Ponyville, so...
Just like Pinky knows everybody in Ponyville.
Yeah, so in some way, Rainbow Dash would know bulk biceps.
Well, you know, I hate to say it, but Rainbow Dash isn't very smart, so put that together.
Yeah, it'd take her quite a while to put that together.
And I think it would be a great episode because you could develop Roid Rage a little bit.
Yeah, it would
all he's ever said is, yeah!
It would actually be very nice to actually see... Honestly, you know how I said this when we were watching the pilot of the season, that Season 3 is more like how far we've come, and Season 4 is...
Where are we going?
Where are we going now?
Yeah.
Because think of it, they opened the season with a big mystery box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box, Tree? What's in the box?
Has anybody seen, what's the name of the movie, 7?
I'm pretty sure people would even get that joke because of Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah! What's in the box, Jokey? What's in the box? But yeah, point being, this episode made me, literally, I had to drink an entire beer in under a minute and smoke about 2 cigars to get through this. Because I don't deal well with bullies. You guys have seen that through my rants just now. It's probably the biggest thing you can do in the world to bother me.
Yeah, I try to distance myself from the memories. You seem latched onto them a bit.
Can't help it. Actually, I'm not so much the memories as the anger from them.
Yeah.
I kind of blocked out most of high school and middle school.
Yeah, for the most part, it's kind of the same with me, but I just literally...
You know what I remember from high school and middle school?
I detached emotionally from it.
You know what I remember from high school and middle school? Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Mega Man. I remember all the good things from when I was a kid. I do still have some anger, but I remember the good things. Rocko's Modern Life. That's what I choose to remember. I blocked everything else out.
I get bits and pieces.
But, you know, let's beyond our disgruntled pasts.
Yes, let's...
What do you think of this episode?
Let's not turn this into...
Rage Fest.
We'll talk about... we'll talk to Dr. Wolf about this if he's honestly interested.
Yeah. So what did you think? Do you feel the same way I do that it would be a good episode without Diamond Tiara?
A good episode without Diamond Tiara?
Because I feel like it's a chance for personal growth for school, and we did
Honestly,
see that.
I wouldn't see the episode happening without Diamond Tiara's influence.
I have to agree, as much as I hate to. But we do see some personal growth for Scootaloo.
Yes.
Which is good, because Scootaloo's definitely my favorite of the 3.
And the flank tease at the end.
I was really hoping she was going to get it.
Yeah, same here. Like, they panned in towards the flank, and I'm just like, and the first time I was watching it was, is she really going to get it?
Nope.
And pan out to her randomly saying, hey, we could get our cutie marks in flag carrying.
And she can fly, just with the help of her scooter.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with going about something in your own way.
That is her way to fly.
There is nothing wrong with going about something in your own way. I think that's the lesson here. Some people are going to tease you about it,
You are awesome in your...
Yes.
You are awesome in your own way. Do not judge yourself based on others.
And you're 20% cooler for doing it differently.
And interestingly enough, it was the same lesson that Rainbow Dash learned the previous episode.
Yep.
So it's...
And you're 20% cooler for doing something differently.
And like I said when we wrapped up season 3, it seems like now they have a chance to teach lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And literally just showed us with her learning the lesson and then teaching the same lesson the next episode.
Yeah. But, you know, again...
Be awesome in your own way. Sounds like a Bill and Ted thing.
This is a really bittersweet episode because I have so much I like about it and so much I hate. It's like I can't form an actual opinion.
I'm the same way. Actually, I just kind of ignored Diamond Tiara and enjoy the episode because it's Scootaloo.
Yeah.
It's Scootaloo. It's great growth for her.
It is. I can say, you know what? Let's cut out Diamond Tiara. I love the episode. Put her back in. I hate the episode.
Alrighty.
So I guess average, that would put it towards my upper middle tier. That would put it towards a really like it episode.
Right.
It's just that Diamond Tiara made me sick to my stomach.
Excuse me.
So did chugging that entire beer in one go.
Yeah, that would do it.
Real chicken and egg kind of situation. Probably smoking 2 cigars probably didn't help either.
I think I could guess the beer more.
Yeah. But anyway, what's the next episode? Now that we're done ranting.
Yes. Next episode is Power Ponies.
Excuse me.
Comic books.
Oh, nice. Let's get to that. Bye, everyone. Sorry for the ranting.
See you next time.